Bailey. I'm the manager of training at Sencha. I'm here today to show you how to become familiar and comfortable with our suite of UI components in XJS, our enterprise web application framework. First, we're going to go to the Sencha website itself. From there, we have a resources link from which we'll choose examples. We have a series of examples for XJS in particular, a gallery of options for how we want to see our examples. I'm particularly fond of the kitchen sink, which gives us a graphical representation of all our components. So I'm going to demonstrate today the custom combo box. It's in the group with our form fields. And I see here that this combo box is in a parent container where I can make a choice from a state, and it displays that state above the combo box, prompted by this label that you see here. If I want to see the code responsible for how this was created, I have that off to the right. Very handy for me. And the code here is read-only, so I can't edit this and make any adjustments to my component. But what I can do is use another handy tool in the XJS suite of tools, and that's called our Sencha Fiddle. So the Sencha Fiddle, if I call that up, is a web-based prototyping tool that allows me to play around with XJS without having to have the build on my local machine already created. So this frees me from having to worry about that level of implementation, and it also allows me to share my XJS creations with others by the URL in the browser. So right now, by default, this is just going to play a welcome window to working with the Sencha Fiddle. I'm going to go back over and copy the code that I found there for my combo box. I'll provide the shell for it before I start. First, I'll copy over my view on this first tab. I'll collapse that to make it easier to see. Then I'll copy over the model for the store. And then I'll copy over the data that populates the combo box itself. Now I have the freedom to edit this. And it'll make it easier if I just deal with a few states as opposed to all 50. I'll just take the A states for now. And I'll render this to get started before I make any adjustments. Play what I copied over just to make sure I've replicated the combo box from the kitchen sink. And I have, with all the states. So I have it down just to the last 5 here. And I want to make some modifications here. So I'll look for where I can format the drop-down list and how it looks. And I'll do the same for where the selected state displays the current state that I chose to make that a little bit more prominent. So I can go to the item template down below here and format that. So in this div that I have here, I'm going to add a style attribute. There we go. And I want to make the chosen state appear much larger and much more prominent than it currently does. So I'll go to where that's indicated. So I'll make that bold with a style attribute as well. Right, and there I have it. So I have my version of the code that I got from the kitchen sink. From here, if I wanted to, I can even save this and download it to my own machine and incorporate it into a local project now that I've explored using the component and decide that I want to use it. Hope this has been helpful to you. Let us know how we can help you with your workflow with XJS.